Guys, I'm coming to our new home for the first time, and this is a day before we can collect our key, do a demo. So there is our house. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Olakunle. I'm also known as the Sentinels, and with me today is Mr. Olakunle, my own captain. Say something. Greet our subscribers.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are watching us from. My name is Olakunle Olubenga, the Saint Husband.
The Saint Husband, yes, the Saint Husband. As you can see from the title of this video, we're going to be talking about something that is really interesting. I cannot do it on my own, so that's why I brought my husband, so we can talk about it in depth. So if you'd like to know more, definitely keep watching. So before we proceed, I would like to say that if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, this is the right time for you to do so. Don't you think so?
Of course, anybody that is not subscribing, they are missing out.
You see, if you are not subscribed to this channel, you are missing out. I mentioned earlier, we are live in our own house, and at this time we've only spent about a month. No, it's not up to a month.
It's not up to a month.
I think we spent about 3 weeks in our own house. So sweet. I got a lot of comments and people asking me, okay, so how did you go about it? And that is why we are here. So guys, we bought our own home, like we got our own mortgage. We didn't pay outrightly, like now. If you're in the UK, you know what I mean, right? So and we want to talk about it. First, if you are watching, just send us a lot of congratulations. If you are here to send your congratulations, send your congratulations in, and the real carry, like good things will go round. What was your thoughts when we were coming to the UK? Did you think we'll be able to get a house within the next how many years? Like, did you have a time frame in mind that we'll get a home when we're coming?
I thought that coming here is starting from the beginning. I came to UK with a lot of fear. The fear of getting a job, the fear of settling down, starting all over again. So these are the fears, but God has been so faithful to us to the extent that He acts beyond my fear. I was favored in every ramification. My wife was favored in every ramification. Yeah, I'm able to get a job, and with that, I think God is good to us.
For me, when we're coming, I didn't think that we'll be able to get a house of our own in less than 3 years. And because obviously some people have been here in the UK for some time and they haven't been able to get a house of their own or of their own. They are still living in rented apartments, and because I've seen all of that, I thought maybe it would take us, give or take, 10 years. That was what I thought. But it was the year it clocked 2 years that we came that we actually started the process of getting our own house, and we were able to to secure we actually bought the house when we were like 2 years.
2 years, yes.
It was just because it was a plot, it wasn't developed, that we took some time before we moved in. So when we decided that we wanted, did we decide that we want to buy a house?
Yeah, well, we are planning for that. Because you remember when we moved into Sunderland, the house that we rented was not too comfortable, was not too good. But we thought that, okay, moving from one place to another, I'm looking for a best and a comfortable place. There's nowhere that is going to be comfortable except your own house.
I agree.
So we endure in that place because we want to get our own house and we don't want our credit score to be spoiled by moving from one place to another. If you are moving from one place to another, a lot of things is going to change. Your electoral register is going to change. Your bank details is going to change.
And that would affect
affects
your credit score,
rating.
obviously.
So
yeah.
we can say that we have expectations.
We
are planning.
expected the moment we
So-
moved from the south to the north.
Yeah.
We knew that we wanted to get a home. I came home and I said I like some houses I saw, they were new builds, and I said okay, let's give it a try. And we started contacting the old developers and things. So what were the steps that were required of us when we eventually said we want to get a home?
When we decided, we evaluated what we want and what we have in our savings account. So based on that, we decided that okay, if we have this so amount in our account, then we should be able to afford a house that we want.
When we were going to get a house, I remember very clearly, we rang some solicitors to get a decision in principles.
Yes, you are right.
So they gave us decision in principle, and they told us this was the amount we could borrow. Like if any lender wanted to give us money, if anybody wanted to give us money, this was how much they could borrow us. And that actually entails that they did a soft credit check because it didn't affect our credit score.
Yeah.
And they gave us that decision in principle that showed us how much the bank would loan us, which also told us that we can actually get a loan.
Yeah. We approached the developer that we want to buy the house from with decision in principle that we secure from another agent, mortgage advisor.
Yeah, mortgage advisor.
So, and when they observe it, they know that okay, they will be able to secure a loan in bank. That is how we get started. We pay, I think, £500 as a reservation fee.
Yeah, so next thing we paid £500
as a
for
reservation.
reservation. This might not be the same for all the developers. So it was just with us we had to pay £500
because that money is a kind of, it's not refundable.
Yeah.
They will refund it provided that probably you are unable to secure the mortgage. But if you change your mind, then they are not going to refund it. So it's more or less like you register your intention and that they are going to take the plot that you want to buy off the market. So, and then if they are taking it off the market and you now come back that you are no longer interested, then your money has gone. Before we pay that £500, I think we were asked to go and check the show home.
Yes.
So that we see.
You will do a lot of viewings. So you see how the rooms are. You usually have show homes, obviously. You go and check the show homes and you can say, okay, this is the kind of thing I want or this is not. So based on what you viewed, you will do your reservation of what you want and you pay the reservation fee, which is not refundable. So if you pay and you don't come back to, follow through, they won't refund you, obviously. So when we did that reservation, they now had to start their own checks.
So when we did the reservation, I think what they do was that what they recommended, that is not standard, but our own developer recommended to use their own solicitors and the mortgage advisor.
Yeah.
Solicitor is like a intermediary between us and the bank. Bank is not going to release the money to individuals. No. They release the money to solicitor. I think the developer also have their own solicitor.
Yeah, even our own solicitor would pay to their own solicitor. It is their own solicitor that will pay to them.
So the solicitor also have some money they are going to collect. Our own we pay around 2005 or so. It was stage by stage, it was broken down. So, and then another money we pay to a solicitor is to check if the land they are selling to you is probably a reserved land, government reserved land. Is there a code under the land that the government may want to mine later in the future? So there are some checks that they have to do. Although the developer have done it, but as a client, you must do it as well. So we pay for that. They did that check as well. After
all the checks were done and the solicitor did the background check for us, they approached the bank on our behalf. And the bank agreed. They actually got loads of banks and rates.
Yes.
Because I remember we had.
It's not the solicitor, it's mortgage advisor that approached the bank.
Okay.
To secure the mortgage. So,
right.
But the solicitor helped us to perfect all the documents.
Okay.
All the legal documents that we need to sign with the bank. So the solicitor did that for us.
Afterwards, we received them the different types of rates and things.
Yes, from the bank.
Yeah.
We received different types of banks rates, interest rates, and there is a mortgage of 2 years fixed, and then there is a mortgage of 5 years fixed. Then it's also depend on, are you using the help to buy or not.
We didn't use help to buy, that's why we can't really talk about it. So, and people might be wondering why we didn't use help to buy. Why didn't we use help to buy?
So we did not use help to buy because the house that we bought is beyond what the help to buy can cover.
Yeah.
So because of that, we are not eligible.
Every region in the United Kingdom, they have there is a cap to what they can use help to buy to get. So for our region, because obviously the price is different from region to region. So the price is for our region, our house is more than the cap. That's why we decided not to use help to buy, because that means if we want to use help to buy, we'll be restricted to buy a house that will not be what we really want.
Yes.
So that's it. That's why, and we can't really talk about help to buy because we didn't use it.
So these are what our mortgage advisor have done. So put all our documents together, our passport, our BRP, our statement of account, proof of fund, our proof of address, our
proof of employment,
proof of employment, the pay slips. After back and forth, they've perfected everything. They submitted the application to the bank. So the bank will now perform a add credit search on our account. So after that, they came back that yes, we've passed the credit check, and they are going to loan us that particular amount of money. When they have made the decisions, at the point, I don't remember the point where we paid the deposit.
I remember.
Okay.
So when they finished making all the credit checks, and we knew that they had a credit check on us. You remember, because there was a report that there was a ad search that was done.
Yes.
And so we knew that they did a credit search on us, and when we've passed and they told us we've passed, they just sent us the rates for how much we are going to pay if we do this and that, and based on how much we had in our hands. So after we have signed all those papers, they arranged for us to pay our deposits. After we've signed all the papers, we've agreed on whether fixed 5 years or 2 years we wanted to do. That was when we now paid our deposits. And I think we paid our deposits to our solicitors.
Yes, we paid the deposit to the solicitor.
So we paid the deposit to the solicitor, and they will be the one to transfer it to the developer. After that, was there any other thing we had to do? When we paid our deposits, the only thing that remained for us were the additions that we. No, I think the developers, they sent us their own thing. Now
there's a standard, and then there is add-on.
So they sent us the things that we should expect from their standard home, and what if we want to add something on. For example, they were doing, like, for example, the color of the kitchen you want, because obviously everywhere we come in white, but you can choose the color of your cabinet, you can choose the color of your door, I think you can choose the color of the kind of carpet you want. Yes. There are standard flooring that they probably give.
But
I think
flooring is not part of the building.
I think it depends on the developer.
Our own.
The flooring was.
The majority of the developer, I don't think they do flooring.
Yeah.
So we have friends that have bought the house that quite a lot of them, they don't do the flooring for them. But our own came with an incentives of flooring.
Yeah.
So it's an incentive.
It was an incentive that they gave to us. Okay. So another thing I wanted to say, we're talking about things that could stop people from being able to get a loan.
Yeah, we
To
talk.
get a mortgage.
We are talking about the credit search, credit score, credit rating. So that will make prompt a question in the mind of some people that does it mean that if they don't have credit history, are they not going to get? Would they not be able to buy their own house? So these are the things that I cannot really say, but I think if you don't have credit history, you can still get your own house, provided you have very good amount of deposits.
Yeah, if you have, for example, if you have like 30 to 50% of deposits, yeah, you want to pay the 50% deposit. I mean, if you don't have good credit score, it just means that your deposit must be really, really plenty, and if not, you just have to build your, because there is really nothing you can do. Yes. If you don't have credit score, it's better than having a bad credit history, because that's what that means is that you've been borrowing, you've not been repaying.
Yeah.
Maybe you owe, and you've defaulted in your payments for some time, and they flagged you on your credit history that you are a debtor. So I think that one will be really hard. If somebody has a really bad credit history.
I have a friend that he has a bad credit history, and he even bought the house. The only thing is that the interest was so high.
Yes, so the interest will be higher for you if you have bad credit history, and you might need a really, really good deposit, good amount of money to do your deposit. And that is for somebody with bad credit history. So if you don't have a credit history at all, for example, you are just coming from Nigeria and you have money, maybe your father is Dangote or you are related to Buhari. So like you have the money, you are just coming, you don't have a credit history, you have deposits, go for it. Before we moved in, they asked us to do some certain things. Like,
it's not even before we move in. At the point whereby you've signed all the documents, with the bank, with solicitor, you've committed to buy the house. So even if you have not moved in and something happened, you can change your mind again. Even the building might have not even started.
Yeah.
But you've perfected all the documents, you've committed, you've signed all the paper, you can go back again. At that point, it's necessary to have life insurance.
Yeah.
What the life insurance does is that if someone passed away before the completion or before you complete the payment, they will be able to pay the bank, and the building, the property belong to you even after you.
Yeah.
So that is what life insurance does. So we did life insurance, though we did not do it because we know that we are not going to die.
We are not dying young. Yeah. We are
so
living
we
till
did
old age.
it when we think that it's necessary for us to do it, and we did life insurance. As well, there is a mortgage and content insurance. If you don't have the building insurance, your lender is going to do it for you and factor in that money into your mortgage that you will be repaying.
So that, like for example, let's say your TV got spoiled by maybe your children are playing and they broke it, they will replace it for you, give you your money for that. Or if there is a fire and there is like fire outbreak and something happened, they will have to do everything for you in the house to bring your house back to normal. That's my understanding.
That is what.
And so the insurances we did life insurance, we did building and content, and then we did another one. Is this sickness cover?
Life insurance is of diverse.
Okay.
You can do critical illness. You can do different kind of.
Yeah. So we did all that.
The Bokia, the product that you embedded in your life insurance.
The Bokia, the money
you pay. So.
So I think people used to think when you buy a house in the UK, you've made it and everything, you can now relax. I think it's when the job is just starting, because you now have to be insuring things, paying for things, even your electric appliances, they'll be asking you to come and insure them. Even the chairs, they ask us to come and insure them.
We actually insure the
We insure the chairs, like the sofa, everything, your furniture, we insure them so that if anything happens, they will replace them for you. So once you buy a house, you have more responsibility that you're going to take care of. The only thing is that it is yours.
It is yours.
You're not helping someone else to pay.
Another belief or myth, is it myth?
Maybe a myth.
That people used to think is that once you have a house in UK, in US, in this advanced country, they will think that you are rich.
When it's not like you bought outright.
Students are buying houses.
Students are buying houses.
People, as long as you are credible enough.
Credible
enough,
is the word. Yeah.
You can get your home.
And you have a source of income, you are.
Even if you are collecting £1,000 every month, you will still have the house that you'll be able to pay £400 in that out of that 1,000, and you call your own house. So having your own house, if you are watching us from Nigeria, from other African countries, that they are not running a credit system
that you probably
of economy.
Pay off outright.
So if someone is getting the house abroad, that does not mean that the person is rich, but it's credible. The person is credible and he has a gut.
He has a gut. He has a chest to carry debt.
So that is just it.
Right. Thank you so much. I think we've done justice to it. Is there anything else? When they finish building the house, you probably go and now check your own. They will do there are some bodies that will do the checks to ensure that the house is of a good standard. And they just told us we're going to collect your key on so day, and we went and collected our key.
There's a day we did a demo.
Yeah, they showed us how things work.
Everything. Then we signed that we are fine, we are okay, we are happy with it. The following day they gave us the key.
What were the things that you learned, during the process of?
If there is anything, if you ask me like this, that if I'm to do the process again, I will have told the line of your advice then when you want us to buy a small house. So whereby we will be able to pay up on time and then go for another one, bigger one later, so that we can be able to rent out that small one, and that small one will be paying the rent of the bigger one. So if I'm going to do it again, I'll not buy the big house first. I would prefer to buy a smaller one, which is not expensive, then go for the bigger one later.
Whereas I'm feeling like I was one that gave that kind of that thought when we were trying to buy. I was thinking we should buy a small house, and that was because I was really afraid. I'm not a credit person. I don't like owing people. And I was just thinking about how much I'm going to be paying per month, because the bigger your house, the bigger your money, the bigger the money you're going to pay every month. So if you know what is obtainable for you, and you cannot really pay like regularly every month this kind of money, it'd be better to start from a very, very small home. Like for example, it's just the two of us. We haven't got children yet. They are coming, but they are not here yet. So if you haven't got children, or you've got only one child and is a toddler, I think buying a 1-bedroom or a 2-bedroom would be really good. And why I said that is because you'll be able to pay up on time, as you said, and you can put it up for sale, and that's the beauty of it. You can put your house up for sale and collect your money, buy a bigger house when you have a larger family. And I think that's a really good one. But it's not like it's so bad.
Yeah, it's not
bad. We love what we've got now.
Of course.
And if, in the future, even if we decide to sell the house, we are still going to make more money than we would have made if it's a small house. So either way, it's not too bad, but that's all we would have done if you are doing it again. Right? So for me, what I thought would do is that I wouldn't have paid for so much add-ons, so that we can have enough money when we move in.
Yeah.
If I want to sum everything up together, I would say that make a decision that you want to get a home, start saving. Because did we save money like intentionally?
Yeah, we save. I think we save. Or maybe because where we were living is this cost of living is not.
So we did. If you
so
don't have where to spend your money, will you not save it?
you save, definitely save it. So,
No, but I think we were deliberate about it as well.
yeah.
We may not say it out that we want to buy a house next year, but we were both not people that spend anyhow.
We don't spend anyhow.
We don't spend anyhow. So we were still able to reserve our money. So when we eventually step into that, let's buy this house, it was easy for us to just say, how much did you have? How much did I have?
Yes.
And we joined our money together to say, okay, let's go ahead and do this. So yes. So what I would say is that once you decide that you want to buy a house, make sure you are good standing with your credit score. Make sure you save some money. Obviously, you know you have to save some money. And another thing is that make sure you make a choice that if you get in, you will not regret that. Oh, why did I get into this? And I think approaching the developer is a good step to do, because obviously they will give you some people that will do your mortgage in principle, decision in principle, and once you get that, they will do all the documentation, and once you finish that, you reserve your home. You probably would have done some viewings, then you pay your reservation. The bank will do their checks, and the next thing you pay your deposit. And if it's a house that is already completed, you probably move in less than 1 month if it's a house that is completed. Yeah. Because some people move into their house, it didn't even take so long, like 3 months.
There are some people that bought before.
They bought after us and they've moved into their house way before us. So, like for me, I think the wait was what, it gave me a lot of like, oh God, this thing, like, was taking too long in my own opinion. But at the end of the day, it was worth it. So whatever it is, it will be worth it. Just make sure you make a decision that you'll be able to cope with and live with everything that comes afterwards. And that is the end of this video. I hope that you've enjoyed us. So thank you so much for coming. We hope that when we call you again, you will show up for us. And
provided you pay us.
Oh my God. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, I'm telling you, go ahead, like this video, subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to share this video with your friends. And if you have any questions, you can always drop your comments in the comment section, or you can send me a DM on Instagram at @thesentnurse, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.